In a world full of noise, where silence is rare and peace feels distant, there lived a man who had everything but felt nothing. His name was Arav. Arav was a successful architect in the city. Wealth, a nice apartment, respect, all checked. But inside he was hollow. He laughed in meetings, but cried alone. He scrolled endlessly, but couldn't find rest. His nights were long, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling, haunted by a simple question. Why am I even doing all this? One morning, something inside him broke. He stood at his balcony holding a cup of coffee and whispered, "If I disappeared today, would anyone really care?" He stopped going to work. He stopped replying to messages. Days turned into weeks. One evening, walking aimlessly in the rain, he entered a small bookstore to get shelter. A tiny old book caught his eye. Worn out, golden letters. Bhagavad Gita. Arav bought it, with no clue why. That night, as thunder roared outside, he opened the book and read, "You have the right to perform your duties, but not to the fruits of your actions." He paused. Something in those words stirred his soul. Arav read more. Every night, the Gita spoke to him like an old friend. It didn't promise magic. It didn't say life would be easy, but it said this: a person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress and is steady in both becomes eligible for liberation. Arav cried that night. He realized he had been chasing outcomes, not truth. He had been fighting the world, not himself. And slowly, he began to rise. Arav started waking early, meditating for 10 minutes, reading one verse each day. He began designing again, not to impress, but to express. He smiled more. He forgave his past. He stopped trying to control everything and instead trusted the path. His friends noticed. His energy had changed. Not loud, but peaceful. He was no longer walking through life. He was flowing through it. Today, Arav still lives in the same city, but he's no longer lost. The darkness is still there sometimes, but now he carries a light lit by the wisdom of Krishna, a light called the Gita. If you are walking through darkness, know this: you are not alone. And like Arav, you too